Welcome to Prepare Like a Pro live chat Sunday show, where every Sunday at 6 p.m. I debrief last week's chats and announce the upcoming guests. At Prepare Like a Pro, we're committed to empowering Australian rules footballers with aspiring knowledge and practical information to help strengthen your athletic development and to connect the AFL community. Please send through your questions during this live format. For those watching on Instagram, head to our YouTube channel if you've got any questions, as there's the chat box there. And I'm really looking forward to debriefing last week's chats. We had some amazing episodes on our live platform. And then I'll also talk about our AFL nutrition presentation, which was free for those that tuned in last Wednesday. If you missed this presentation, head over to our YouTube channel. The link's in our bio, and you can watch a 20-minute nutrition presentation that's just going over all the basics around how to fuel for your training, which is really important at the moment with the stage we're at, either you're playing finals or you're preparing your off-season campaign. I'll also announce this week's guest. We've got a couple of massive interviews on the live chat show this week, a new presentation, and of course talk about a 2-week giveaway that we have at the moment. So starting with the debrief, last week I had the pleasure of interviewing Jarrod Egan, who's the Head of Athlete Development and Athletics Coach at Sydney Grammar. He's worked for a number of years in elite sport, working at both Adelaide football teams in Adelaide and Port Adelaide, working in cricket. He worked in tennis. He worked at Celtics in the soccer overseas. He started at Hawthorn and worked at Carlton, and then managed the North Melbourne program as well. So had an athletics background, and he was huge on the impact that had on his development and ability to get opportunities in the field. So for Australian conditioning coaches that are listening in, make sure to catch that episode on our YouTube channel with Jarrod Egan. He's now doing great things managing the program at Sydney Grammar. And yeah, it was a fantastic chat. I took a lot from it, particularly around the importance of athletics and how to focus on some strong external cues while getting in your lower tempo running. He talked about the importance of that. The importance of injury prevention was a huge focus of his, and one that he mentioned was his pet peeves when he sees things that are high risk. He talks about the importance of making sure to mitigate injuries in football. And then a massive topic of his discussion, and something that he's worked on throughout his career, is leadership and communication. He talked about how important it is to communicate really clearly across not only those that are working with you in your high performance team, medical team, but also coaches, athletes, people working above you, below, on the same sort of rank. So we talked about communication a fair bit as well. So that was an awesome chat. Our free presentation, for those that aren't aware, every Wednesday night at 8 p.m, you can watch a recording of one of our presentations. These presentations that I host with our academy and those on our online program, we record them, and then every so often I post them on our socials for you guys to enjoy. Last week was on nutrition. It's the basic of nutrition. I'm certainly not a nutritionist, so there was no specific details to follow, but it was just some practical tips that I've learned off the sports dietitians that I've worked with, some common things, some mistakes that people tend to make around fueling and common diets that people tend to follow, and how we want to steer towards more eating real food and the importance of that, why sport dietitians and nutritionists are so important in a performance team, as well as some basic practical tips to follow for those development footballers out there that may not be aware how important nutrition is to fuel your training. So if you missed that presentation and you're tuned in right now, I'm more than happy to send you the link for free. So just direct message us on Instagram or email me at jack@prepare.com. In the subject line, just write AFL Nutrition, and I'll email you straight back with the presentation. This week, and our third chat as well, our live chat last week was with Michael Rischitelli, the former AFL player. And this was a fantastic chat we had last Thursday night at 8 p.m. Michael talked about his days at Brisbane Lions, being drafted as a 17-year-old, how his father woke him up throughout the night. He was sleeping at the time and let him know that he was drafted. So it was obviously a complete surprise. He said that he played some good games, but he had some injuries, and because he was bottom age, he was really gearing up for a big preseason and focusing on going all in for the following year for his 18th year. but he was lucky enough to get Brisbane's last pick. I think it was pick 65. And his dad woke him up throughout the night. That was a pretty funny story. And sure enough, he went over to Brisbane Lions before even having his driving license. So he talked about how he had to grow up pretty quick, the importance of learning how to cook, do all your basics, and how quick he had to grow up, and then also dealing with now suddenly training with your Michael Vosses, Simon Blacks, Nigel Lappins, and all the legends that we know from that Brisbane team around that era of 2000. So that was a awesome chat to catch up with Michael and discuss how he went about that and the importance of working hard and consistently working on his craft. He discussed even when he was a cemented spot in the Brisbane Lions team and Gold Coast team, how he continually focused on working on his craft. Even if he played a really good game, he still would show up and do extras at the end of the main training session. How important that was, that mindset for developing footballers to have, to never get complacent. He felt like the complacency is what can really prevent you from preparing for the next game. And you never want to get comfortable where you are. So the importance of constantly working and showing up whether you play a good game or a bad game. That was a strong message throughout and a real takeaway. That hard work, it really does pay off. And he talked about how Simon Black and Nigel Lappin and Gary Ablett and these legends, they were huge on that, and he's developing and understanding how important that was. And then how he recognised that in one of the reasons why he had such a good career and a long career. So same thing, guys. If you missed that chat, the podcast is about 8 weeks away. So if you want to watch it, you can head to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And it's a fantastic chat. That one's on our, under our Prepare Like a Pro live chats playlist. In terms of the upcoming week, we've got a huge guest next Tuesday. It's our first face-to-face, my first face-to-face interview with the legend Sam Newman. For those fans of the old school footy show, street talks and the likes, it will definitely be an entertaining chat. So looking forward to that one. That's going to be 10 a.m. next Tuesday. So make sure to pencil that one in. And if you have any questions for Sam Newman, make sure to send them through to us, and I'll do my best to fit those in. But that will be a big one, no doubt, and hopefully a bit of a laugh. And then our presentation next week will be on AFL strength training for football. So for those footballers out there, or even S&Cs that want to learn about AFL specifics and how to improve your strength training to help your football, note down 8 p.m. next Wednesday. So that upcoming Wednesday, that will be on our YouTube channel. It won't be on Instagram, that one. So they'll be streaming from our YouTube channel. And then we have Tim Schmidt, the former Sydney Roos played at Sydney Swans for 6 years. He's now doing great things as a coach, and he's got his own business, Kicking Dynamics. So for those that aren't aware of Kicking Dynamics, make sure to head over to their Instagram page. There's awesome great drills there to follow for footballers. And really looking forward to catching up with Tim on Thursday at 8 p.m. In terms of our giveaway, guys, we have a special 2-week free opportunity to jump on our online program worth $99 a month. So you'll get $50 worth of product there for free. All you need to do is sign up to our mailing list. The link is in our Instagram bio, where you get 5 high-performance tips from myself to get you started, 2 weeks online program on our Team Builder platform, as well as an invite to 2 online education sessions with myself and the Prepare Like a Pro athlete. So if this interests you, click the link in our Instagram bio, follow the 2-week free program details on our website, and you'll receive that program and be able to start as of tomorrow. For any questions, guys, or if you found this episode helpful, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel where we host all our Prepare Like a Pro live chats. And I look forward to speaking with you guys soon.